A new study finds that companies prioritize vibes, feelings, if you will, over skills in hiring decisions. This coming from Textio, revealing that many companies are using their prioritizing and just focusing on the vibes, the gut instincts, the subjective impressions over objective skills and the assessments that people actually do when hiring people to work. Research and analyzed feedback from over 10,000 interviews and found that hiring managers often focus on personality traits such as likability and charisma over, the things that are listed on the resume. Do they have all the boxes ticked? Maybe not. But he seems like a nice guy, and it's my frat brother, or this person really needs a shot, or I really enjoy and feel that this person could use this to go forward. The big trend, which hiring calls essentially the culture fit effect, suggests that employers want to favor candidates who align with their team's existing dynamics. They fit in, their team players. They feel like they're already members of the family, as opposed to they have this one skill that they're lacking and they could use more of. Because, maybe they'll pick up that skill, but as long as they don't, rock the boat in the process of saying, hey, we need to do more of the stuff, that's what we're going for. Team cohesion is what they're looking for, but it raises concerns about biases, that DEI thing, of course, and overlooking qualified candidates who might not immediately resonate on a personal level. They may have all the tools they need to actually get things done and actually can get things done, but they're not all that nice coming forward. You have to actually meet them and hang out with them and find out that they don't actually like grape jelly in their donuts, and it becomes an issue on Jelly Donut Day because they want strawberry. Rocking the boat. Contrastingly, growing movement advocating for skills-based hiring practices, the killing of the DEI stuff, and basically everyone's based on merit. So with that, there's a clashing. In private sectors, you can hire for whoever you want to, as long as you're not necessarily discriminating. You can hire, if your standard is people that are stupid. This is what I learned in my business law class 30 years ago. If I like hiring people who are dumb, and enough dumb people show up and I hire them, I can't get sued for discrimination for not hiring a minority or a woman who is super qualified for the job, because one of my key tenets of the job is I like dumb people. There have been rules and laws in sort of cases that have sort of maybe blurred those lines, but it stands the way it is. If you hire somebody for a culture fit, that's not necessarily discrimination because they fit and they won't rock the boat. But in reality, if you hire someone because they are not of a certain type, or they are of a certain type, and you can prove that it's not because they fit well here, it's because the other guy is black, brown, women, whatever, that's where things can become issues. Soft skills like communication and teamwork are undeniably valuable. They're great and they are an overemphasis in some cases to get into a job. You want to make sure you can play the cards properly for the politics and the work you're working inside the business and with the people you work with. But the problem is, when you hire your uncle's nephew because he's your uncle's nephew and he could use the break, and you find out that he can't get the job done, and everyone that has to work with him is suffering for that, it becomes an issue. Competency should actually be a part of the process, and culture fit should be there as well to a point. But at some point in time, if you want to win, you're going to hire on the players that are going to help you win. You're going to get that bad guy that makes everybody upset in the locker room to win that championship title right now, because that's what you do.